Punky Radio, aPOSTA Punky Radio, aPOSTA Punky Radio, the radio show for you that isn't actually on the radio, but has lots of cool sound effects, and is an aPOSTA channel. And listen to this, baby. Oh yeah.
aPOSTA Punk Radio 10, the finale, part 2. I didn't know I was going to do a part 2, but I knew that number 10 was going to be the end of it. Strangely enough, I said that I was running out of things to say. I couldn't think of anything. Then all of a sudden, a couple of things popped into my mind. I was thinking about Jehovah's Witnesses and marriage. Okay, so people get married for love, usually. And the idea is they stay together for life. But I worry sometimes that people in the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses get married to other cult members because they're not allowed to marry outside of the cult, perhaps somebody that they would truly love, and so they marry somebody within the cult. Now I know this kind of is interlinking with my second thought as well, that sometimes they get married and perhaps they'll clear off with somebody else who's not a witness, and then they get disfellowshipped, trademark, and they'll go off with somebody that they actually truly love and probably are compatible with, and they still have the witness mindset. Doesn't leave them. They're still in the cult, although they're out of it at the same time, and I think that's quite a dilemma. Not just people who are married that leave the cult for somebody else, but just people leave the cult, but still they're mentally in it. They leave it because of a variety of reasons. The mind control has still got hold of them. Now, I was talking to somebody not so long ago who was a JW, and they got married into the JW community, and they found somebody else outside the JW community. They got disfellowship, trademark, but mentally they're still in. And I think that's probably one of the saddest things of all times, really, because for myself, I got forcibly disassociated, which disfellowship, it's the same thing. I don't really care. I couldn't care less. It's just a shame for those people that would normally speak to me. Now they're not allowed to because 7 paedophile protected men in Brooklyn say that they're not allowed to. And it just strikes me as being so totally cult. It's not natural, it's not human. Now I'm out, and I'm glad I'm out. And, you know, I sometimes have to fight against my unnatural cult kind of programming. But I'm glad I'm out anyway. And I really do feel sorry for those people that are stuck inside it mentally, although they're out. So they can't really go out and have a normal life outside of the cult, because at some stage, somewhere along the line, if they do find a partner, you know, whether it's same-sex partner or whatever, it's not for me to judge, or a partner of the opposite sex, somebody that they really love, somebody they could get on with, they've still got this Jehovah's Witness cult mindset in their head that's conflicting and battling with them all the time. And I think that's really sad. I think that's really a terrible predicament to be in. Imagine that. Shot by both sides, as Howard Devoto sang. So I just thought, I really feel sorry for these people. And wouldn't it be great if you know somebody like that, who you can unwitness to, and just break the mental boundaries that are in the head, break those mental bonds, help them see that Jehovah's Witnesses is just another stupid, wacky, dangerous cult, a high control group, and they're better off out of it. At least that way they could exit. You can never exit with dignity, we know that, because I just disagreed with the Watchtower, but now I'm seen as much worse than a repentant paedophile. So, hey-ho, what are you going to do? But I don't care what the Jehovah's Witnesses think of me. I really do not care one bit. I'm living my life now. I'm going to do the best I can in my life. But, you know, I was trying to talk to this chap who was disfellowshipped for going off with somebody else, and you know, you could tell he still had the Jehovah's Witness mindset. And I've seen it before with other people as well. Non-witnesses don't quite know what's going on in the heads of somebody who was a witness, who still has kind of a witness mindset, but because they've been cast out, they've got no other option but to live in the world, trademark. I wonder what we can do to help them. Well, it's all about heightening awareness, isn't it? Unwitnessing. Trying to get them to see that it's all just a load of old codswallop. Will they see it? Well, I don't really know. I don't know. I'm glad I saw it, because it's a complete load of old crap. So what happens to a person when they leave the cult? The cult mindset says that they go back to their vomit, or go back like dogs going back to vomit. And it's not true. It's a complete load of rubbish. And the only reason they say that is it's just mind control. I've left Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm glad of it. I'm not really changed as a person. Sometimes I don't know what decisions to make. But I'm thinking about it now. And I think I'm making better decisions than ever. I've not become a raving alcoholic, a drug addict, a smoker, incestuous weird. Nothing's happened to me. That's just propaganda that the Watchtower uses to trap people in. They make them afraid to leave, or make them afraid of people that have left, by turning it into an us versus them mentality. If you're a Jehovah's Witness, you're a marvellous person. If you're not a Jehovah's Witness, then God's going to murder you soon, because you're going to turn evil and you're going to erect a shrine to Satan in your garden and stuff like that. Complete load of old crap. Just ignore them, they're idiots. Jehovah's Witnesses and charity. When I left the cult, I decided to do some charity work, and I enjoyed it. I was helping underprivileged people in a constructive, practical and helpful way. I wasn't trying to get them to join a filthy, disgusting, high-control cult, and I always use filthy and disgusting together when I'm talking about the Jehovah's Witness ideology. I helped them in a practical way. I wasn't trying to get them to join a particular religion, sect, cult, community, whatever you like. I just did it because I wanted to help these people. Whether they're grateful or not, at the end of the day, is up to them. But Jehovah's Witnesses, a charity? Oh, God, please. They should have that revoked. Just because they're religious doesn't mean to say that they're doing any good in the world. I mean, what charitable works do Jehovah's Witnesses do? They say, well, you know, when there's disaster in an area, we go and rebuild the houses. Yes. Why do you do that? You do it for the witnesses. And who pays for it? It's not the Watchtower. They're leeching as much as they can off the rank and file. So again, it's the rank and file that are paying for it. They're giving their free labour and time. They're the ones that are doing it. And who are they doing it for? Other cult members. Why would they do it for non-cult members? because it results in a trademark coming up, witness. That's all they do. They just do it to attract others to the cult. It isn't genuine charity. They don't do it because they really want to help people. Perhaps some of them do, but there's I don't know, it's bait, really. It's bait and switch. They help people out, but then they expect them to join the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses out of gratitude. And to my mind, that isn't charity at all. That's just advertising. That's just 7 paedophile-protected men in Brooklyn having a charmed life. So, I mean, what charitable works have you ever seen a witness doing? Their idea of charity is to bung magazines at them. And they think that by doing that, God won't murder them at Armageddon, and perhaps these other people will come into the truth. Trademark. But, you know, if somebody's starving, you can't eat a watchtower. Or perhaps you could sort of set fire to it to help cook your dinner. But if you haven't got dinner in the first place, a watchtower is going to be no use. Now, I know somebody that worked at a soup kitchen, and their Jehovah's Witness partner said to them, well, you don't want to do that. If that was me, I'd be out there handing out leaflets. My immediate reaction, well, you can't eat leaflets. But that is the mindset of the witnesses. Charity. What is a Jehovah's Witness charity? Take as much money as possible, give it to the governing body. The GB. Really. I just wanted you to think about it. Let me know what you think, because I think it stinks.